Hello, hello.
Hello. It's Wednesday.
Yep. So we just got off a little while ago. I had to jump onto another meeting, but a little bit ago, we just got off of the Self-Made Mind and Body lesson or coaching call, which was awesome because we like to acknowledge that most people come through our door wanting to lose weight. And we help them do that through a total transformation, through a mental, emotional, physical, the physical weight loss, and metabolic transformation. We teach them so much about those components of themselves that with that kind of understanding, they can't help but show up and do things differently. So we are very holistic, and because we never take our finger off the pulse of that physical transformation, we offer to our masters the opportunity to come back onto that call, and we get a pretty large showing on that call because they want to be reminded. It's not a matter of always knowing the right thing to do. I like this thought. This thought works for me. When I feel overwhelmed by all of the information, no matter what it is, whether it's Facebook advertising or it's, getting to my goal weight, there's so much information out there, right? And often that thought makes us feel overwhelmed. The root thought, if you kind of peel back the layers, it's, I don't know what to do next, or this is hard, right? And that keeps you from actually taking action. I like to instead try on the thought that I have everything I need. I have all of the information I need. And I trust myself to be resourceful, to grab the information I need. I always think of it like being on a shelf. I take the information that I need when I need it. And that is what we provide to our students. We have an abundance of information, but that doesn't mean all that information has to be in play 100% of the time. You become very equipped with the information, and we help you determine the right time to actually apply that information. So our masters who have been through the Self-Made Mind and Body program, they often come to those calls, those coaching calls, as a way to stay reminded of, the tools that are out there and what might have worked for them in the past that they might want to revisit. So I love that call. Today we talked about, what did we talk about today, Rhonda?
Well, we kind of went down the metabolic rabbit hole a little bit, and we discussed, people always want to know, like, I've got my physical coming up. What should I be talking to my doctor about? And so we really kind of talked about, make sure you're getting, the full, your full blood workup, getting your A1C numbers, finding out your blood glucose levels, your lipid panels, your cholesterol readings, all of that kind of thing. So that was interesting. And then we also kind of got into fatty liver disease, of all the things to talk about. And I thought that the information that was revealed, even though we've touched on it in the past, our masters were really into that and wanting to discuss it and take it at a further, a deeper level. And our current classmates, or our new Self-Made Mind and Body classmates that are going through the program, for them, it was like really good to learn that fatty liver disease not only affects people that are overweight and need to lose weight, it also affects people that are thin, that don't think they have any weight to use, because it's kind of the hidden culprit around your liver.
Yeah. So again, it's understanding yourself. This is an education in self. Self-Made You is where you come to understand yourself better so that you can extinguish the confusion, extinguish the overwhelm, extinguish the, the worry, the anxiety, right? I'm just pulling from the things that I've experienced that I don't experience as often. It doesn't mean that I never experience those feelings. That's very human to feel that. But when I notice that I'm reacting from those feelings and that I'm creating results that I actually don't like, I have the capacity to do different because I understand myself better, which extinguishes those emotions. So that kind of leads us into mastery that we started with this morning. And you want to talk about that?
Yeah, the month of July, we're really digging into productivity, and we have a really awesome tool that we have been discussing at each different level throughout this month. And today we were talking about hour one, and having to do with starting your week out, and how to go about that and what to do within hour one. And so some of the thoughts that were coming across were, I don't know where to start. It's hard to get started. I'm afraid I'm not going to follow through. Those types of things came up. And so you did a lot of coaching on that.
Yeah. A lot of times, think about anything in your life that you maybe have thoughts around, like, I should be doing this, right? Or I don't know why I can't do this. And it's a lot of fear-based thinking, like that really sounds like I have to do it right, or it's not worth doing if I don't do it perfectly. So that keeps us from starting. And so one of the tactics or techniques that we teach in order to overcome that perfectionist type thinking is, can I just, or let's see what would happen if I just take these minimum baseline steps. Because the minimum baseline steps, the steps that are so easy to do that it's almost hard not to do them, when they're compounded, you actually make progress. You make far more progress with compounded minimum baseline steps than you would if you sat in fear and spun out and didn't do anything at all, which so many of us can attest to. So yeah, we're really dedicating the month of July to productivity and accountability, taking action and holding yourself accountable. That it made perfect sense to use this month as like the mile marker to launch our next impossible goal. And the way that we make progress towards our impossible goal is utilizing techniques like hour one. And so we really broke that down today and talked about what's keeping you from engaging in hour one. And it's a great technique. It's actually very, very simple. We offer our clients a book that looks like this, that literally takes you through 6 months on a day-to-day basis and getting you closer to your goal that you once thought impossible. And that that spans a very diverse set of goals. We have people that are working on weight loss goals and income goals and relationship goals and fitness goals. Like, it's, sky's the limit. And so this walks you through, holds your hand through accomplishing that. So
yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. It's been a great week, a great month already, just with what we've had for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. And so next week, we're going to talk about how to expect and navigate plateaus. And then the final, did I say month? Next week, we're going to talk about plateaus. And then the final week, we're going to talk about setting this next impossible goal that leads us into the next 6 months. So yeah, super exciting stuff. All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. We will see you guys next week. Bye, Rhonda.